Cool. Everyone good? Everyone warmish? All right. So we're going to continue with looking at attacking from the closed guard again. So we're just kind of carrying on with this idea of trying to control the closed guard, controlling the posture, keeping that broken, keeping them down, and what options we have from there. Okay, but I'm going to focus a little bit more playing with the gi because that's kind of what we were doing a little bit on Monday. All right, so let's just start with a little bit of exploration. So, okay, so we're going to start with we call a Bravo grip. So we've got the gi out, passed around here. Okay, all right. So let's just go something very simple to start with. Okay, you've got to try and keep the posture broken. Let's do it this way. You've got to keep your hands on the stomach. Okay, so I've got to try and get up to the back. Okay, or let's just say get on top. Okay, so you can get on top of the person. This can be from the sweep by rolling them over. This could be trying to get on top of them. Okay, like by climbing up onto their back. Either way, it doesn't matter. Okay. Just try and explore what is going to stop you from doing this and how you're going to try and solve that problem. Yeah. So we're going to keep that there, hands on here. Person on top, your goal is just simple, is to try and keep your hands on the stomach. Okay. So your goal is very simple. Try and keep your hands here. My goal is to try and get on top of you. Okay. Cool. Okay. If you're finding one solution is working over and over again, stop doing that and do something different. Okay. I want you to use this time to try and explore different ideas and play with different things. Cool. Good. All right. 1, 2, 3. Grab a partner. Let's go. We're flip-flopping. So we do setting for 5 minutes, changing over. Yeah. Trying to get on top of the other person. That's it. Yeah, up and over the back and around there. Yeah, so you can go here, but you can change this grip however you want, but just starting from here. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's say no holding the belt. Nice, nice, nice.
Come on.
What's stopping you?
I've got no agility.
What about this foot?
What's something? I'm fat.
Did you say
That's what you said.
I've got no agility.
no agility? Think about trying to free your foot on the other side and see if that helps. So rather than keeping that locked in, see what happens if you free that other foot to throw your leg over, like getting on a horse. You good, Sam? You working a 3, yeah? Cool. Nice. Lovely, 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 lovely. Nice. Cool, cool. Keep flip-flopping, yeah, keep flip-flopping. I was going to say, I was like, hang on, I've seen you guys in this position a little while. Keep going, till you get on top. If it gets to a point where it's just getting a bit stale, just change, Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Hoppa. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yep, yep. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from getting around the sides? Okay. Okay. No good? I got, if you want,
Go.
I got one of these if you want.
It's not too balanced.
Oh yeah. Try that one if you want. It's pretty good. Pretty that way well. And my Nogi ones, because they've got a little bit of padding on them. And how can you move to the side if there's arms in the way? What do you need to do with the arms? Oh, 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 hey, lovely, lovely, lovely. 20 seconds. They're too small. Yeah, right, you're just too hench for them. No good. No good. Yeah, well, you don't want to strip on camera. Time, everyone. Good work. Okay, everyone cool? Good? All right. So when the person's got their hands on the middle, like the person on top's got their hands in the middle, what was stopping you from getting to the back or getting around or moving anything? Anything? Anyone? Not a trick question. Controlling the hips. How are they controlling the hips? Being tucked in like this with the arms and keeping the elbows here. So the arms was stopping you. Well, elbows. I mean, we're talking semantics here, right? Elbow's part of the arm. So yeah, so using his arms and his elbows, yeah, to try and pin the hips to try and stop you from being able to move, okay? So the real key is how can we move those arms or get those arms away and out of the way to try and get either around, or if we've moved an arm, we can then look to sweep, okay? So with trying to roll and get on top of the person to try and sweep, just key things to think about when you sweep. First thing, off balancing, trying to make the person unstable, yeah? Secondly, trying to take away any sort of base that they have or any sort of way of propping, yeah? So, i.e., putting a hand on the floor. So if I can take a hand out of the way, out of the equation, and then roll my opponent over that arm, I have the ability to sweep, okay? So in this position here, when we've got the arms here, we can look to pass an arm or we look to try and control an arm, and then we move the weight over that side to try and get to get on top. Agreed? Cool? Makes sense? Okay, so look, let's just change the position slightly, okay? Change things a little bit and just explore and see where we go from it. Let's just go, again, Joe. So we're going to just change things a little bit. The position's going to, what we're going to do is still wrapping the gi, okay? But instead of wrapping the gi around the back now, we're going to wrap the gi around the elbow. So the elbow is here, the hand is here, and we're going to hold, we're going to start in this position, okay? Same thing again with that in mind. Thinking about what is stopping me from getting around to go to the back, yeah? Thinking about sweeping, what do I need? I need to control, I need to take away a prop and I need to off balance, yeah, over the side that's controlled, okay? So thinking with those sort of ideas swirling, with those sort of principles, play around with this position, see how you get on with it, okay? See what other ideas you can come up with, okay? All right, new partners, let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3. Person on top, try and stay on top. If you stay on top for too long, just switch. You know when it's too long, it gets weird. It's constant eye contact. It's just a bit weird. You're like, oh, maybe we should change. Scooch over that way a little bit. There's like so much mat space over there. He's coming away. He's coming out. He's coming out. He's coming away. Got to try and get on top of him. Oh. All right. Cool, man. Nice. Interesting. You guys flip? Not you. No, not these guys. It's fine. Try with a cross grip. So this one, yes, exactly. So you're using that to control the elbow. Nice. You know who showed me this grip? Kev Capel. Oh, yeah. Ah, nice. Can you get on top? Yeah. Very good, guys. Very good. Couple more minutes, 3 minutes. Yeah, we're flipping. Sorry. Just taking the mic. All right, so when start again, stop a second, get back. When you've got this, flip your hand. So this one is coming over here, that's here, and you're there. Okay. So you've got like a lever to pull that up. You see what I was saying about this leg being trapped?
Yeah.
That leg stays there. You cannot throw the other leg over, not easily, because you fall off.
Yeah.
But if she frees that leg,
Yeah.
when she does, then you can,
Stabilise
yes. You can, it's like just getting on a horse. Leg over. I'm Buzzy. It's going. Good. Love it, mate. Love it. Militaristic. Nice. Still looking to try and get on top of it. I just thought the arm bars were coming. Nice. Minute left. Yeah, good, mate. Good. "30 seconds. You okay? You're done? You're done. It's all right, you rest for 30 seconds. Lovely. Oh, that's so good. Lovely. 10 seconds. There it is. see the difference when you freed that leg? Yeah. Okay, time everyone. Great. Everyone cool? All good? All right. How'd you find that? Some ideas? Yeah. Where was the dominant way of being able to attack? The side of the grip or the other side? The side of the grip, yeah. So you've taken away that arm, you've removed that arm, you've been able to get up, or you've been able to roll them over. Cool? Yeah. Good. Okay, so we're just going to go, what we're going to do is just go through a couple of things, and then we're going to try and introduce this into these positions and play with it a little bit, okay? We'll talk a couple of ideas. So, the Holy Trinity, well, I remember not the Holy Trinity, but what I call the Holy Trinity. Armbar, triangle, and omoplatas, yeah? The Holy Trinity, because they're interchangeable. Yeah, from each one of these positions, you can get each, okay? So let's just run them. So just so you can familiarize those positions, okay? And then we're going to start bringing them in, okay? Joe again. So, armbar. From a guarded position, where you're underneath, obviously armbars can be done on top, bottom. In fact, all of these things can be done on top, bottom. But the position is the same, okay? So, where I've got the posture broken, I have a leg over the head, yeah? Where we said about arm bars, we want to try and keep our hips, as close to the shoulders as we can, yeah? So we've got our fulcrum underneath the elbow, and we're holding the wrist, okay? Here. So now I can apply pressure to the back of the elbow, yeah? This can be applied in different ways. This can be applied by either lifting the fulcrum or dropping the other end to raise the fulcrum, you know. But I can either do, or I could do both. So then you get more power, okay? So that was an armbar position, yeah, where I've got that here from underneath. Other options we have is by doing an omoplata. And we've been talking about omoplatas. We were talking about how, an omoplata is a shoulder lock with the legs. With a shoulder lock, what were we saying? Where's the position of the arm need to be? 90 degrees, yeah? So if I'm here, yeah, not to say that you can't get shoulder locks to work from a straight arm, but it's not as effective as it is by having the arm at 90 degrees. So if I have the arm at 90 degrees, now I can put pressure. Okay, so I like to get the arm at 90, and then I can start to bring a leg over the head and get to an omoplata position. Okay. So with shoulder locks, what were we thinking? 90 degree angle and add rotation, a rotation pressure, yeah, rotating movement, okay, to come here. You can do that with your hips, yeah, by making them flat and leaning forward. You can do it with your arms, yeah, so if you come back onto your knees, you know, you can always come here and finish with just your arms. This is what we would call a kimura, yeah, still a shoulder lock, okay, so shoulder lock, omoplata, armbar, okay? Triangle chokes. We were talking about this the other week as well, where with the triangle choke, we've got one arm in, one arm out, and the leg over the head, okay? Cutting the angle so the leg is over the neck and not the back, and we're locking up under our knee, yeah? Okay? What do we say about chokes? Chokes, we need to have 2 points of contact and add constriction, okay? So as long as we've got 2 points of contact on the neck, yeah, and we can constrict, we have a choke. Okay, so with it, I've got 1 point of contact with the back of my knee. The other point of contact is the shoulder, okay? And I'm locking my leg up. Now I'm cool. Okay? All right. So I want you guys, okay, with your partners, you can keep the same partners for now, okay? But I want you to go from armbar to omoplata to triangle, omoplata, armbar, and play with getting into each one of these positions. You're going to let each other do it. You're going to let each other move. I want you to play getting into each one of these positions and interchanging each one. Okay? It doesn't have to be the same. You can mix it up. You can randomize it. Obviously, you can't have two in the same row. Has to change. Yeah? Okay, everyone cool? Good? All right, play with that. 1, 2, 3. The funkier the transition, the better the prize. Oh, Thought you were going to go straight over for the armbar for a second. You guys cool? Okay, let's go. Omoplata? Okay, yeah. So, let's just start with very simple. I've got Mike. Okay, I'm going to push and pull and push his hand down this way. Okay, I'm going to put one leg up and over his head. So turn my whole body and my foot goes over the head. Now this leg needs to get out of the way. So slowly I'm going to bring this out of the way and I'm going to keep carrying on to the side. Now we're in omoplata position. We're not looking to finish it just yet. I just want you to get to this position, okay? And then you can try and play from there. Okay? Do you want to see that, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So look, if I'm here, very simple to start with, I just push and pull. Yeah? I'm going to turn to the side and I'm going to bring this leg over the head. Yeah? So if I go, the further out to the side I go, the easier it's going to be to bring that leg over. Okay? And I come around to the side. Hold it. Okay, yeah. If you want, you can just go, you can bend the arm and get to that position, feel that position, and then work your way back. So you can reverse engineer it, see how that goes, yeah? Play with it, just play with the omoplata for now if you want to. Nice. You're gonna have to wait for Lauren to do something, right? Because you need to get her head back up. So you might have to pull her head back up and start pulling her back up, and so she starts to posture. Now you can switch. There you go. Now you can armbar.
Right. No, I just meant like that one over the head. Alright.
Do a different combination. Yeah, I like it. It's good thinking. The game writes itself. So yeah, extra bonus points for funkiness, okay? So, yeah. What? What? That's fine. What's wrong with that? It's okay. Well, could you armbar or could you triangle? There you go. Yep. So what I do, I think about as if I'm sitting on the couch. So this foot is going to come in, and this foot goes behind you. There you go. That is your omoplata position. Perfect. Okay. 2 minutes. Great work, everyone. That's it. And cheeky little triangle, reverse triangle there. Good triangle. What if you did that and rolled onto your knees? Up and keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling all the way and turn and face me. So turn all the way, I've lost the arm. If you try and get to your knees and carry the movement on, so carry that roll on, now you can start to pull up on the wrist and push down with the hips. If the arm, yes. So we're always thinking orientation, yeah, little finger to your chest. If you can pull that leg back out and switch your legs, can you switch your legs and go back to normal omoplata? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, 30 seconds. That's good, that's good, that's a good, so we'll call that a triangle snag. Okay, so what you're gonna do now is you're gonna reach up and hold your shin. And now this foot, you're gonna take this off and I want you to put it on the floor. Okay, now what I want you to try and do is scoot your hips out towards me a little bit. So you do a little shrimp towards me and try and pull your leg so it's a little bit up more. So you try and turn a little bit more. The more you turn, you just allow your leg to come high onto the back. Now, if you can, you're going to try and put your foot, your foot under your knee. If you can. If you can't, there's no under the knee yet. So your ankle, you're under this knee. So you're coming up and under there. There you go. There you go. And now you're going to squeeze. And there it is. So it's halfway there. It's halfway there. What I would say is to try and cut the angle a little bit more. Yeah. So try and come around that angle a little bit more, but it was okay. Good. Yeah. Okay, so we've got some little ideas there to play around with trying to get to each one of these positions. Okay, so now let's go back to where we were. So we're going to go back to now with this Bravo, yeah, with this gi grip, okay? So this round we're going to go, same thing again. We can. I want you to experiment where you're going to wrap this, okay? So you could wrap this across the elbow like we just did, yeah? You could bring this up and around the back, no problem. You could bring this down onto the shoulder to control. So play wherever you want to wrap this gi, yeah? Just play with different positions with it to see what you can get. But I want you to try and get an omoplata, a triangle, and an armbar, okay? The first person to get all three, stand up and shout bingo, and you win, okay? Cool? We're going to play bingo. Everyone good? Make sense? All right, we're going to switch partners. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you get an omoplata, armbar, and a triangle, bingo. It's good, it's good, it's good. He's out of the way. Nice. Armbar. Bingo. All right, well done. You win. Very good. Carry on. You're supposed to shout bingo. Bingo. Still everything to play for. Still everything to play for. Got like a double wrap on there. Jesus Christ! How much do you want to wrap that up? You got like it's like wrapped around like 3 times. Yeah, your mum shouted bingo. You missed it. You missed it. 20 seconds.
Okay.
10 seconds. Time. Good work. Good work. Okay. Flip flop now.
Let's go.
Flip flops. You good, Sam? Okay, rest it up, jump in the next round, okay? Okay, unless you want to rest. If you want to rest in, Sam can jump in.
You want to go?
You can tag out. Tag out. Let Mike have a rest. Were you on the bottom? On top? On top, so you're on the bottom. You've got to try again, omoplata, an armbar, or a triangle. You get one of. You have to get all three. If you get all three, you shout bingo, you win. You have to stand up and shout as loud as you can, bingo. You're like, it's not really a bingo. Yes. It's what puts me up. It's what. But it's like what? No, it's a little bit more, a bit more of a fight about it. Yeah, it's probably what puts me off actually playing bingo.
Yeah.
Even if I'm winning. I'm just too self-conscious. Whoa. Get away from the brown belt. Minute left. Nice. I don't care about bingo. It's not the attitude. Bingo is life. 25 seconds. Rejoin. Oh, right. I'm just going to draw the jiu-jitsu. I like it. It's all good. Time! Great work, everyone. How did you guys find that? A couple of bingos, some few bingos, a couple of bingos. It's just being self-conscious to actually shout bingo, isn't it? You'd get 3 bingos and wouldn't even know. Everyone cool? So a couple of playing around with different ideas of trying to, again, I'm not necessarily saying you have to use the gi, but I want you to experiment with having that gi in a way that you can break posture, okay? Did anyone notice, if you were here Monday, did anyone notice of your body positioning, whether you were flat on your back or on your side? More on your side. Yeah. So when you're here in that closed guard position, and we were talking about this on Monday about trying to stay on one shoulder and trying to stay on the other shoulder, and we were playing around with that idea of being a kind of offensive attacking position, of being slightly on your side rather than being completely flat. Yeah. And by doing that, you now open yourself up, you open your hips up to be able to start attacking for things. Okay, we're going to open things up, we're going to scale it up a little bit more, we're going to allow for a little bit more stuff. Okay, so this time, armbar, triangles, omoplatas. Okay, same thing again, if you get each one, if you get all 3 of them, again, you win everything. You are champion of the day, okay? To add to this, you can also add a little choke, okay? So you can add a collar choke, okay, into this now. So we talked about collar chokes before, about, again, same principle, it's a choke. 2 points of contact, add constriction, yeah? Add constriction, okay? The person on top this time, you're gonna look to pass, but you're not allowed to go backwards. You have to go forwards to pass, okay? So you're not allowed, you can open the legs, you can push, you can open your legs, you can stand up to open the legs. I don't want you to back away and start working your way around. I want you to open and try and move forwards. Okay, so in a forward motion to try and pass. Person on the bottom, you are, like I say, armbar, triangle, omoplata, or choke, collar choke, okay? If you get a full house, you win, I mean, everything. Again, like I say, you're the champion of the week if you get all 4, okay? But you have to let me know, otherwise don't count. Okay, everyone cool? Okay, let's give that a go. 1, 2, 3. New partner. Okay, we'll do the same again. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes, 3 minutes, all right? So same person for 3 minutes. There's a bit more space over there. Up to you guys. Nice, 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 nice. Can you finish that arm?
Oh, you're right.
Nice, 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 nice. Oh, good.
Where's my father? And he says,
Where's my father? Huh? No, one person, 3 minutes. One person, 3 minutes. It's only fair. It's only fair. Give you some time to play bingo. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the mirror. Watch out for the mirror, please. God, no. Oh, God. So scary. Yeah, no. I was like, oh, God, no, please. You've done the arm.
You right?
Great work, everyone. Great work, great work. Great work, everybody. Time. Well done, everybody. Okay, flip over, flip flop to the straight away. Let's go. Good. Let's go. Oh, he's gone. He's a goner. Oh, those legs are well gone. Nice. Nice. That's it, that's a pass. Good. Nice. Lock the legs up. Lock those legs, lock those legs, lock those legs. Good work, good work, good work, good work, good work. 130. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. All right, good offer. Cramp. Yeah, good old cramp. I get it here sometimes having the bridge. Yeah, good. Your little acupressure point. Good?
Yeah.
Time to go? Yeah. 35 seconds to go. Just like forget that, I'm gonna just sweep you. Oh, oh, cheek, the cheek of it. The cheek of it. The cheek of it. Oh no. Yeah. Bingo. No, bingo. No one wants to shout bingo. I'm gonna tell this to Cal when I speak to him next.
Time.
Okay.
Right.
How'd you guys find that? One bingo. One bingo. Everyone cool? Yeah. So explore some different ideas, to play with some different things. Trying to, like we were saying before, staying on our side, slightly on our side to try and open up attacks. Saw some nice omoplatas, which is really cool. I think it's one of those things that like people get nervous about going for, but I think if you've got that sort of idea in your head of just like, especially in these sort of scenarios, we're just playing games. So we just try stuff, and if it works, wicked. If it doesn't work, try again. You know, we learn from failure. It's a very important thing, and I keep telling everyone this anyway. Is if we're not falling, we're not learning. So we need to fail and analyze that, see what we're doing wrong, and try again. Try something different. Okay, and this is why it's important to give our feedback and to give different ideas. Everyone cool? Yeah. Any questions? Anyone wanting to go over? Because you know, I'm happy to do some more next week if there's anything. Have a little think if you want over the weekend, or hit me up with a message if there's anything you wanted to maybe look at from these positions, or you know, or even that came up today. You're like, oh, this I kept getting stuck in this. Maybe there's something I can do, or some way we could look to explore that a little bit further. Yeah, cool. Yes.
For those that have been busted up hands,
Yes.
and their grip sucks basically.
Yeah.
Would you suggest just if you've got the grip and they start to pull, just let it go?
Yeah, I think if you've got bad hands, I wouldn't necessarily try and make things worse by trying to hold on to stuff. You know, Kenny Rogers, man, know when to hold them and fold them. Yeah, so just like hold it, and then if it's starting to get worse, but don't just go and let it go for nothing, right? The other thing I would say is don't be afraid of just using limbs. So just because the gi's there, if you can't use the gi, then use the limbs. Yeah, so control the shoulder with your underhooks like you do, or compress the shoulder down. That's what I would say. Think of it as like, well, you know, the way I like to look at this in a way is if you have an injury, it's a constraint on your body, so you have to explore other options. Yeah, it's a physical constraint on your body to explore other options. You know, like at the moment, I'm struggling with my toe to be on top to try and drive. So for the last, you know, for a little while now, I'm just playing guard, play around with guard because I can't drive, and so I'm going to start trying to work from stuff. So just think of it that way of like, okay, well, if I really can't do this or I can't do this anymore, then change things around and use that constraint to explore other options. That's what I would say. It's a general thing, I think, to everyone as well. Yeah, because we're all injured, because we're all pretty much old, apart from you. You're not old. Yeah. Everyone cool? All right. So grab some water. We'll grab a partner. We'll do some 5-minute rounds and call it a night. Cool? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Bye.